Let's be clear about where Manchester City actually stand heading into next season.
I think he's Declan Rice sort of impact, and I know there'll be City fans who don't necessarily rate Declan Rice and their eyes might be rolling, but you look at the way he's transformed Arsenal's fortunes in that sense, and I would say he's been, alongside David Raya, the player who's taken them to a next level. I don't know what level that will turn out to be, but I think he can be that for City. I think he is the sort of player, as I said, you just pay 100 million quid for, and you just say, you know what, ask us in 10 years' time, and I'm guarantee you that'll be seen as a successful move.
I agree massively. I think he's going to be a cracking player. Put it this way, he's better than Fernandinho was when he joined. I think he already is in terms of more complete. If he gets anywhere near Fernandinho, we would be buzzing, but I think it's a no-brainer. A lot of money, but I think he's a remarkable player.
Without a functioning midfield, you cannot dominate possession. You cannot control tempo. You cannot protect the defense or supply the attack consistently. Manchester City built their entire identity under Pep Guardiola on midfield control. Rodri was the heartbeat of that system for years. Now Rodri is declining, picking up recurring injury problems, and looking a shadow of the player who won the Ballon d'Or. That void has never been properly filled, and it is the primary reason City have looked toothless in Europe 2 seasons running. Anderson is the answer. And the good news is that Manchester City already know it. According to Sky Sports News, Anderson has been City's primary midfield target for the best part of a year. Director of Football, Hugo Viana, identified him as the ideal profile to fill the void left by Bernardo Silva's departure. Enzo Maresca, the incoming manager, is described as fully behind the pursuit from the very beginning. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed City will try to close the deal as soon as possible. And reports from just 2 days ago confirmed that Manchester United have now dropped out of the race, clearing the path considerably for City. Anderson has consistently preferred a move to the Etihad over Old Trafford. And with United withdrawing their interests, this feels closer to a done deal with every passing day. The fee is the only hurdle. Nottingham won in excess of £105 million, using the fee Arsenal paid West Ham for Declan Rice in 2023 as their benchmark. City submitted an opening bid that fell well short. They then came back with a second bid worth £106 million plus £15 million in bonuses, which Forest owner Marinakis has reportedly found unacceptable. But Marinakis has also reluctantly accepted that Anderson will leave this summer, meaning it is now a question of price rather than whether it happens at all.
I think Elliot Anderson, for me, I think I still love Morton, I still love Tonali, and I think in an ideal world we'll get all three.
What I like about him is his work off the ball. So he's very combative off the ball, and then on the ball he's class. So he's got that cross from the right hand side, because I think what I was hearing, he was a winger early days, right? So I think he understands what he needs to do in those wide positions. The cross for their first goal is exceptional. It's Beckham-esque, and that's from your centre midfielder. His understanding of the ball, his dropping deep, going forward, he's got an engine on him. I think he's a perfect Manchester United signing if we were to go out and get him. The club have to match the ambition of the squad and the manager and go get Elliot Anderson, in my view.
Anderson is a genuine two-way midfielder. He defends and he attacks with equal intensity, and that combination is exceptionally rare. When you compare him against other midfielders across Europe's top 5 leagues this season, he ranks in the 92.1 percentile for defensive duels per 90 minutes. That means he is consistently one of the most aggressive ball winners in his position across the entire continent. He does not sit and watch opponents pass around him. He hunts the ball. He presses. He engages. That pressing instinct is exactly what Maresca demands from his midfielders. But here's what really separates him from a typical defensive midfielder. He ranks in the 98.4 percentile for touches in the opponent's penalty area per 90. Stop and think about that number for a moment. A defensive midfielder who gets into the opposition box more frequently than almost every other midfielder in Europe. He is not just sitting deep winning the ball. He is driving forward, arriving late into dangerous positions, and threatening the goal. He ranks in the 84.6 percentile for progressive passes per 90, and in the 80.5 percentile for dangerous passes per 90. He sees the pass forward. He plays it quickly. He moves a team up the pitch efficiently. His defensive positioning is arguably the most underrated part of his game. He understands zonal marking at an elite level. He reads the space around him, understands when to hold his position, and when to step out aggressively and engage. He stays disciplined, stays connected to his defensive partners, and when the ball moves to his side, he pounces. These are not easy things to teach. These are qualities you either have or you don't. And Anderson has them naturally at just 23 years old. In build-up play, he is a patient, reliable option. He drops between the defensive lines to receive the ball under pressure, takes the touch, and helps his team play through the press. He does not force the pass. He does not panic. He recycles possession intelligently, and then looks for the progressive option when it opens up. That patience under pressure in the first phase of build-up is one of the most undervalued attributes in modern midfield play. It is also one of the most important qualities in a Guardiola-style system, where build-up from the goalkeeper is gospel. Put Anderson in a Manchester City midfield alongside Rodri, and you immediately restore the balance that has been missing since the Rodri injury 2 seasons ago. Rodri controls and distributes. Anderson presses, covers the ground, arrives in the box, and takes the risk off the ball. One protects, one projects. Together, they give City a midfield balance that has been missing for 2 full seasons. And for Enzo Maresca specifically, this signing is personal. Maresca's system at Chelsea relied on players who could do both jobs, press aggressively without the ball, and play forward decisively with it. At Chelsea, he had Moises Caicedo doing part of that work. But Caicedo is a slightly different profile, more physical and dominant. Anderson brings the technical quality, the passing range, and the attacking instinct that Maresca needs in the higher midfield role. He was trained under this kind of system at Nottingham Forest and has thrived in it. The transition to City style should be smooth. Manchester City have the money. They have the intent. Maresca wants him. Anderson wants City. Forest want the fee. And Forest owner Marinakis has accepted. The departure is coming. This deal is close. And when it goes through, it will be the most significant signing Manchester City make this entire summer window.